I think that realizing that what you feel internally, you exude externally, is an important thing for a lot of people. And it's something that myself, especially in recent times, I've noticed more and more that the things that I think myself and say to myself are then translated into my projection into the outside world. And it can be a very unhealthy thing to do. So noticing that is a key step into making sure it's not a negative process. Because for myself, I would find that too often I would scrutinize everything that I do because it's a trend. You know, if you do something for long enough, it becomes a subconscious pattern. And that was my pattern. It was something like any action that I would do, there would instantly be a thought after that of, you know, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I, anything, picking myself apart. And if you're doing that, then how can you ever expect to be happy? How can you ever expect to derive joy from anything external if there's nothing internal that relates to that? You know, if you're constantly putting yourself down and labeling yourself as negative things, then how are you ever going to find true, total happiness from anything, anyone? You're not, is the answer. And, in some senses, the whole how can you love someone if you don't love yourself thing kind of rings true. I don't like to say it like that because it's a little bit cliche and a little bit untrue. If you love everything about yourself, then what do you need someone else for? Or it's not even a case of needing. What do you want someone else for? You should never need someone. But if you have everything, then you want nothing. So it's not to say that, but it is to say if you're not picking up on these things and you're not saying, checking yourself, then what are you looking for from the external world in any sense? If you're constantly nitpicking your actions and saying you're this, you're that, you are, keep saying so I don't want to say but I will say, a loser. You're too skinny, you're too fat, you speak funny, you look funny, if you pick apart your actions, then what is any part of the world going to bring you apart from contributing to that negativity? And if you're aware of that mindset, then you can do something about it. And it's been something that I've been trying to do myself a lot, is not trying to stop it happening completely, because I think that's a tough thing to do right off the bat. If it's something that you've been doing your whole life, or as long as you can remember, then trying to suddenly cold turkey it is going to be nigh on impossible. But noticing when these thoughts occur and just checking yourself. And I did it just then. Is why I'm making this now. Someone crossed the road in front of me, and straight after I was like, why did I put my hand up like that? Why did I smile like that? Why did I, all of these things? And then I just thought to myself, why would you take that apart from yourself? And if you're seeing yourself as your best friend and your number one priority, which everyone should do, then you wouldn't say that to the person you're closest to. You wouldn't say, why'd you put your hand up like that? Like, why did you pull that face? You wouldn't, because it's a perfectly normal thing to do. But it's something that I've been doing myself for so many years that, like I said, it goes unnoticed. And in trying to live purposefully and logically and with intent, I start picking up on these things more and more. And like I said, the acknowledgement is the first step. So in acknowledging that, I know now that it's something I can work on. And I can say, hopefully, that it will be something I can control soon. To where, say someone does cross the road in front of me, I know that I can pull whatever face I want. And I'm not going to question myself on it negatively. I'm not going to scrutinise it, because then I'm able to actually derive joy from things. And I know that I'd be able to accept what people say. A lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people find it tough to be complimented because they disagree with it, because they're so permanently negative that anything they do, they see the bad side in. And it's not to say that's a bad thing. I think being realistic is very important, and not being blindsided by emotion is an important thing. But to be able to, like I said, acknowledge and recognise is key. And then, you can derive joy from external events, a person, a thing, a place, a job, an animal even, anything. You'll be able to start finding more joy in that, because it's there, it's always there. It's just, can you see it? It's a crackhead, thought it was going to hit me. It's can you see it? And many people don't. The people that do, lucky you. But I know a lot of people don't, because I was one of those people. The journey is the film. And you've got to live in the journey. Because if you're always looking a mile down the road, you're not going to see what's under your feet when you're walking. And that is where you find the beauty. You don't find it in thinking, if I'll be happy when I get this. I'll be happy when I'm like this. I'll be happy. You never will be happy, because you're going to develop the mindset of always looking forward and not what's actually in front of you right now. So if that's something you can develop and say, I am this today, I'm happy with it. And I know that when I reach this, I'm going to be even happier. It's a nice feeling, you know. Brings a little smile to the face. I'm not gonna smile. I'll let the dimples come out, but that is what it is. And I know that I have my things to work on, but I know that I am working on it. And that's what makes me happy. Because I know that for myself, I'm happy currently. And if you truly are happy currently, then you find happiness in everything else. And you can find happiness in everything else. More things than if you were just to carry on with this pretense of I'll be happy this day, I'll be happy when I do this, and I won't be happy until then, and all of that. You know, there's a difference between happiness and contentment. I know that I'll be more content when I've achieved a goal, but it's not to say that I'm not going to be happy until then. And that's going to help you reach the goal, having that happiness. So, for now, even if it's just for today, the focus is going to be on find the happiness in all the things that you do. Change that thought, that instinct of negativity. Notice it and work on it. And that should make you happy enough. You know, the knowledge that you're on that journey of improvement and you're really aware of it and you're really doing something about it. I know that I'm going to be so much happier when that's something I can conquer, and it's an exciting thing. So I'm going to enjoy the little bit of sun that we do have. If you've watched this, I appreciate it a lot, and I hope you can take something from it if you can. That means the world. Obviously this isn't, for people. This isn't a thing for people to watch and educate them on. It's my journal, it's for myself. But if someone can gain something from this, it's even better. I'm happy, but doing this could make me even happier.